Guys, TMG here. Today I'm gonna make us, or at least start making a Scratch game. You know, because it might be interesting. So now I bring you guys along. I'm gonna try and make a Mario game with not just side to side scrolling, but up and down. It might be more of a collectathon thing to help with like storage constraints. That way the game can still be somewhat long and not, be like 4 levels long. Maybe it'll be like one giant level. You have to run around and get all the stars and things. Anyway, I'm just gonna start off by going through into my files and stuff. Looks like we already got some things. Let's see what these are. This is just music. Ground. What's ground? Here, that'll work. Ending thing. Yeah, that could be credits theme, yes. Cooper Cave. Luigi's Mansion. Castle complete. I don't even know if we're gonna be doing a castle. We'll see. Haunted house. I mean, here's the thing. I'm planning to have it like one big world, and then maybe SMB Underground. Okay, we got some good themes here. Let's just go through those. Boss. Oh wait, boss. If we're doing mini bosses. Okay, we already have one of those up there. So this is Mario Galaxy 2. So is this one. Oh. Okay, there's some songs. Yeah. We don't need to do the music for a sec, but that can come later. First, we'll just make a square. This will be the player. I don't want no outline. Just a square is all I need. Yeah, a square. I'll probably make it a little bigger than that. Okay. I don't know if I'll do like little Mario and stuff because that'll require me to change the hitbox sizes. So maybe I'll just make it normally about this big. Well, I need to have him in the middle of the screen. Okay. Now you guys may say, okay, before I start, don't take my advice for everything in Scratch. I doubt it would go well. It will probably work, but it's probably not what most other people recommend, because I learned Scratch through trial and error on my own. So, let's just, well, actually first, make a second sprite. And then we'll have, this one right here is where we'll put like our level and stuff. For now, I'll just put a, I don't know, sideways line. That way I can see where I at least am on the level or something. Now what you do to make it so you can make the level the size you want. Switch to costume 1 and you set size to I think we want a really big level. 500. Oh wait. Switch to costume 1. Switch to 500. I might make it even bigger, we'll see. And costume 2. Okay, I think I might want bigger than that. How big can I go is the question. Okay. This'll be a giant world. And I'll say we'll start the game at 0-0, why not? See that's what save my game please. That's where the game's gonna start. Now I've noticed from working with scaling things up You can make it larger than this space here and go overlap into here, but then the resolution will be more blurry, so it won't, like the ground you're standing on won't look as good. Just pick a random color for now. What is the theme of this game gonna be? We'll see. For now, I'll just make this look somewhat like grass. By that I mean it will just be, well, we'll just make a stone color. Bam. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Need a little lighter there. And a little darker there. So if I start, that's what we got so far. Right? You can't do anything. Now, we're actually, in order to move, we're actually going to be moving the level. And for now, I'm just going to put a message here that will just say like something like game start. So, because we can put all our controls and things there, and then, you know, when the flags click, all that stuff won't start. And I'll also make a variable like movement. Sure. Also, if I spell things wrong, I'm not gonna correct them. We'll set it to 1, and then we'll say forever if the movement equals 1. And then that makes it so you can only move when movement equals 1. So if you need a cutscene or something, you just set movement to 0, and there you go. Nice and easy. Okay. We'll just start out. If you start out with a jump, we'll start out with the jump. Let me think how I'm gonna do this. I'll put an if else in case I need to add it. So if not touching ground, or we can just say if touching ground and then have the else. Well, actually right now, not touching ground. Sprite 1 is the player. In fact, I'll just player. Player. I gotta fix it. Stage, right? There you go. It's good to label things, and that way you won't get confused if you come back later. And we'll say you actually want to make it a positive change, because if it's negative, then the player's just going to be flying. And then I'll have, and if I'm going to put J, wait, no, not J, K is my jumping key. Just because I can. You know, that's fun. If K press. Now, if you play Mario, you know, if you hold the button longer, you'll jump higher. If you hold it shorter amount of time, you won't jump as high. So I'll just have like a repeat 4 times. And I'm going to tweak this over time. Oh wait, change that to -10, Buster. See, that's just a little jump, but then I can go, I copy this and put it in again, so if K is still pressed, jump slightly higher, but if I just tap it fast, and I'm going to keep adding those until I'm satisfied. Well, actually, we have to have it, so, I guess you don't need to put it in there, but that'll just be an extra measure to make sure it won't be wonky. That's a decent height. And then what I like to do so it doesn't look jarring or weird, is just put like a little one and make this a smaller value. Okay, it didn't work. Oh, I think okay, I see what I did wrong. Put that there. Oh, never mind. If touch. I wonder if I need to. I'm 10. Insanity. Oh, it just stops and. If you make it something like -5, that'd actually be more noticeable. Oh yeah, that's noticeable. But you can see it looks less like they just stop and start falling down. Like instead, it looks like they slowly stop jumping. Okay. And now, I'm going to duplicate this. Throw all that away. Now we are going to make a running thing. And I like to usually have it in like increments of 5, I believe, or make it so that the running speed is twice as much as the walking speed. That way the math is easy when you're calculating when the enemies and stuff are going to be later on. Make sense? Hopefully that made sense. So first we'll just make our simple one. If key A pressed, I'm probably gonna mess this up immediately. I can't see the change. Oh, that might be a good idea. Usually when you're testing, it's a good idea to put it like this. This won't be the permanent color, but there's a gradient so you can see it changing. Okay, and that is the direction you would want to go if you're pressing A. And then if you're pressing D, you have 10. That's probably going to be like the running speed. I might actually go 8, negative 8. 10 was better, I think. Right? That's a, I don't know, I'm worried about Mario running too fast or something. And then I'll have an if else again. If key J is pressed, that's what I'll be used. You use that button to run, or if you have a fire flower to shoot fireballs, stuff like that. And then I'm just gonna copy all this down there. But this time I'll change the speed. So look at you walk slower if you're not running. But if you're running, you're much faster. Now I'm just gonna mess with this a little, just to like, I'm gonna try this 8 speed again. I'll do 4, negative 4. So that's incredibly slow walking, but the running isn't super fast. I think I can work with that. See, now we got that figured out. There is one little thing I do like to do. Let's see. Yeah, touching player. Just give me a moment, it will come. Oh yeah. Well, actually, maybe I don't want to do that. And this thing doesn't want. I might just add that in later. Because what I'm thinking of is adding a thing so that when you hit the floor, you don't partially go through the floor. Okay, what we do, I think, is it'd be best to put it at the end of the jump thing. Wait, so if key hate press, make sure that's in the. It's not in the right one. Until. Actually, this might not work just because. Yeah. You don't want it to. Okay, you know what? I'll figure that out later. For now, I'll just start this. Actually, we'll make our little X and Y movement variables. Why am I doing in the players? So you could say X tracker. And this will be used to like figure out exactly where you are on the map and locate where enemies and things should be. So yeah, well, actually, yeah, you want to set these. I'll just put it up here for now. I'll probably move into a different script later. That means when you start the map, you'll be in like the dead center. I'll do the X one first. We'll change X by... Okay, actually, negative... For the running ones, you'll want -2. Yeah. So... I'm not gonna line these up quite right. And then... by 1... Okay, actually, I may have noticed a flaw already. With the jumping. Maybe I shouldn't have this curve thing. It won't feel as good. But that way I'll be able to track the jumping better. Because then the increment that you're going up in is the same. Oh wait, no. That could work. That could totally work, you just have to cut it in half again. Okay. So this will be -2. And then all... See, this one right here will be 1. And all the rest of them will be 2. Bam. And now, this thing, you can look in the corner of the screen. It'll tell you your coordinates, basically, on the stage. Which means you can, when you make enemies eventually, you can say, oh, I want when X is in between these values and Y is in between these values, make this enemy appear. If that makes sense. So, you know, that's pretty fun. Now maybe we should make some fun little platforms and things to explore. Now, I'm not going to add enemies and things yet, just because... Actually, I'll make this go to front layer. I haven't gotten the thing quite figured out. But, you know, I'll start making a little stage. Let's actually spawn those. Save my game. Okay, good. It saved my game. I don't know what it is with Scratch. Sometimes it doesn't like saving games, and it's kind of annoying. So we got this little starting area here. And eventually I'll add hitboxes and things, so you can't just do this, you know. Go to the side of the platforms, but, you know, you can experiment. Is that a little... That's a little high up, but, you know, you can jump up there. Let's make a large space to explore. And I may recommend, if you're going to lay out a bunch of little platforms, maybe make them really thin. I'll change the color of these ones, you know, because that's fun. I have a feeling when I upload this video, it'll be an unedited mess. But, you know... Who cares? If you find this interesting, you'll find it interesting. If you don't, you don't. You know, that's just how it's gonna work. You know, I'll make a little thing with like little branching paths and such. Then go up there. Yeah. And I'm just basically gonna make a giant map that just branches off everywhere. And I'll have a bunch of collectibles, enemies, and then once you get all the collectibles, you can go through like a door in the center, you know, right there, which will bring you to like a final level, which will just test your ability to dodge enemies and things, and then you'll fight either Bowser or maybe King Ward or Titanga, some Mario boss, you know. It'll be super cool. not stylizing it according to those environments right now. I will eventually. I'll color them differently. Oh, this will be this, you know, like a sandy color. And then I'm thinking, let's see, we could have like a grassy place up there, you know, a little water section, maybe a little underground section. I don't know, maybe a jungle or maybe even outer space. Outer space would be cool. But yeah, we're gonna make this an interesting game. Oh yeah, I forgot my rule. To not make these boxes go outside the map. I gotta keep my rule intact. And I'm making this one separate from this one just so I can recolor it later. But yeah, basically all I'm doing right now is making the map. So, in fact, this is probably enough of a map for me to actually do other things now. Here, you know, I'll do something a little... Yeah, I can see this working. I'll make a little enemy system. I might be doing like an 8-bit style. Okay, actually... Oh, I forgot what I always forget what the name of the snake enemies is. Oh, we got Pokies, Tweeters, Ninjas, Shy Guys, Bezos, Trouters, Albatos. I might try doing some of these guys. Maybe I'll be doing a 16-bit style for this game. In fact, sometimes a lot of my games, especially earlier in their development, are just a bunch of random game styles thrown together. You know, yeah, and they'll shoot us fireballs, it'll be cool. But for now, I'll just make one that, you know, walks around. And you may be tempted to... Let's see, I'll just get one of these for now. When you're making this to, like, scale it up in here, don't do that. Even though it's tiny in there, all you do is this. Boom. Now they're the correct sizes. If you do that, you'll have to do it to all the sprites, and they won't all be sized proportionally. If, let's see, X tracker equals, or no, is more than, let's see, I'll say about, okay, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. More than, I'm gonna relocate this real quick. It looks like the snake is following me. I'll say about -90. And X tracker, and what you can do to make it less than is do that. See, it's more than -90, but -80 is still more than it, right? And then we can also do that with the Y. And let's put another and here for now. Actually, before we do that, just copy this, and then we'll just switch those with Y tracker. So, if Y tracker is more than, let's say, just 0 for now, and negative, and 20 is still more than Y tracker. Okay, so that's all the requirements that the enemy needs to spawn, right? So we put this in here. And then, for now, just to make sure that it's working, I'll just put a show, and I'll put a hide here. So I can actually see, does the enemy show once I get to that point? And it's not. Great. Oh, wait, okay. Okay, something weird's going on here, because my... X tracker thing isn't always consistent. Okay, that is really odd. Y tracker is... Oh, there we go. I may have not made the Y low enough. Yeah, the Y is not low enough. Oh yeah, I need like negative... Oh, let's say 8. That'll work. Thing is, what you'll have to do is you'll make it so when you'll need one for specifically when you're approaching from the left and one when you're approaching from the right, so to know what side to spawn on you. This one specifically, it's gonna be on the left. So I'm just gonna say, just real quick, SMB2. It's the one enemy I always forget. I always remember the name of all the other ones. Cobras. Oh, Cobras. Maybe I spelled it wrong, but I'll do. Oh wait, that is not the message I wanted. Well, oh well, I'll redo it. Cobras. I should left. So and then what I'll do is I'll say when I receive Cobra left, we don't want to actually show this yet. We'll say go to, let's just drag him there. Right there. Right, and then I'll make my own one. Let's call it drop down. And right with that screen refresh, that's really important that you click that. And when I receive drop down, actually no, what we want to do is make a clone. But okay, yeah, what you do is you do this, and you create a clone of yourself. And then when they start as a clone, drop down, and then they show. For drop down, you say repeat until touching the stage, and then you'll just make them fall down. So change Y by, we'll just say -4 for now. The bigger the variable, the smoother it will run, but also it won't be as exact with where the enemy ends up landing. So let's see if that's working so far. And I did something wrong again. I crashed it. Okay, see, it's doing that weird thing again. Because oh no, it's... Wait, yes it is. Why is it doing that? Let me check back here. Oh, we gotta go to the X. Oh wait, did I not? Oh, I didn't make that consistent. That should be 2, and this one should be -2, I think. Let's see if that... Actually, it's the other way around. That should fix the problem. That was a stupid mistake on my part. But anyway, let's put this Cobra in a better position. At least for testing enemies. Let's say... Actually, maybe... No. We'll do it over here. So what about... Okay. and this will be 0. Okay, well, I don't know what's the problem here. Okay, see, there's a problem. Oh, that's such a stupid thing for me to do. I need to stop this script so that it doesn't spawn any more of them. See, there we go. That was a stupid mistake on my part. And I'll just throw together a quick animation. Throw that guy right. So say forever. I'll say like repeat. We actually need to do is just change this slightly. Yeah, move it farther away from the edge, because how it's going to work is when the enemy touches the edge, then it will hide. I'll say switch costume to costume 1. Let's do this. And then like maybe a 0.3. Just copy that. That might work for now. I might make it a little faster. 0.1. Okay, yeah. And then I'll just do the same thing. Right now, the movement of the enemy will look fairly choppy, but it'll work. Because all I'm going to do for now is just have the movement take place in here. Yeah. See, that should work. I might actually even ramp it up a little. See, and then what I'll also have to do is I'll also have to, in fact, I could probably just copy this whole script in here. If I did this right, that is. That way they'll also move with the map. Okay. Oh. Okay, I did something wrong. What should we do? Oh, okay, I actually have an idea. Repeat until. This might help. We'll see by how much, though. Okay, yeah. And I don't think I need this, but yeah. Because what it does is it makes it so it's forever not in the floor, but also not above the floor, is what that does. So you got a working enemy there. You know, you can't kill it or anything yet. And I'm planning to have it be able to. I know in the game you have to jump on them and pick them up, but I'll probably just have it so you stomp them and then you die, so he'll shoot fireballs and stuff. And it'll be cool. Now that's probably all I'm gonna do for now. But if you want to make, you know, basically what you do is, also on the right side, you just do the same thing, but you have, this right here on the other side, and I'm probably gonna make a variable that's like if left, then start walking this way before walking that way, because then they won't walk off screen first. But you know, if I do this right, this should be a very cool game. And I'll have to make it so, like, oh, if, in fact, I'll do that right now. Forever. if he's touching the edge. You delete this clone. And then what you have to do is you have to set up the coordinates for both sides of it. Meaning, so if he walks off screen but you approach from the opposite side, then he'll just respawn. So now, let me just walk this way. Oh, now he's gone. But if I walk this way again... Oh wait, that's right, because I don't have a system yet to restart the script. But once I have that, you will infinitely be able to spawn in once you get to that point. And what I recommend is every time you make a big change to a game, make a copy in case you mess it up so bad. Oh, it could not. Okay. Try again. Now it's working. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. You know, this is an interesting video. Never done something like this before. I guess you could use it as a tutorial if you wanted. I may be making a series of this while I'm making this game, but yeah, we'll see. TMG out. Bye.